Maclunky.
Welcome to round 6 Swiss of the SGC Columbus Star Wars Unlimited 2K, brought to you by Maclunky Gaming. Today, we have Sam battling Will. Joining us with expert commentary are Tower number 9 and Endless. Enjoy the match.
Sam, Qi'ra Green, 30 HP. Will, Quinlan Vos Green, ECL.
Is that a hyperfoil ECL? Delicious.
Might be.
Yeah, looks like it.
Six rolled by Will, 5 rolled by Sam. Will wins the roll-off. All right, I got a deep Star Wars lore question for you, Endless.
Okay, let me try.
I don't know the answer to this.
Okay.
I just noticed this. Quinlan Vos, is he related to Dryden Vos?
I think so.
They are related.
Yes, they are related. But I
Interesting.
don't know exactly. I don't know what the familial relationship is.
Huh, okay.
But they are related, yes.
Well, that's an interesting thing to know, I guess. Deep lore, maybe someone in chat can explain the relationship further. Maybe there is no relationship and it's a coincidence, but I honestly don't know.
Oh, I'm pretty sure. Oh gosh, now I have to Google it. my curiosity's peaked. Zoom enhance.
All right, here we go.
Okay, they're not related. Lucasfilm confirmed this is merely a coincidence.
Okay, thank you for the lore answer there, and some people in chat backing that up. They're not related. All right, Sam's gonna lead us off with Oh yeah, that was a what is that guy's name? Rune Hako, I believe.
Yeah, Rune Hako gives a unit neg 1.
I think Will won the roll-off and made his opponent go first, which is not something you normally do, but with Dryden Voss it might be, because Dryden's ability allows you to damage opponents when you play a unit that has the same cost as one of their units. Or rather allows you to damage their unit. So in this situation, because Sam had to go first, he played his Rune Hako, which is highlighted there, the 2-cost 3/2 Separatist Official. The when played ability doesn't do anything here because a friendly unit was not defeated this phase, but Will then played the set 3 R2 and got that ping in from Quinlan because Rune was already on the field. Did I say Dryden again? Yeah, I'm sorry. Quinlan Vos, not Dryden Vos.
Quinlan. That's right.
My lore interludes messing me up. All right, Sam is going to go ahead and swing with Rune Hako, 3 damage to base. If Will has another 2-drop this turn, he could actually kill Rune Hako with the ping damage, but it would mean playing below curve. Rebel Resource wonders if this is his Patreon Quinlan list. I don't know. It could be, but it might not be. Will swings on in with R2, clearing Rune Hako. Interesting that Will seems to be playing more control-y while Sam is being aggro. Normally, Qi'ra is conceptualized as kind of a control or like a soft control build. But yeah. CLC Fasan says, wow, card discussed shown on screen. What production quality impressed? Well, I think we can once again credit Claire with setting that one up. Thank you, Claire, for your support for this stream.
Now, one card I absolutely love in this deck, which I hope he's running a copy of, is General's Blade.
Yeah, Rebel Resource is thinking the same thing. In chat there, he says, I hope we see General's Blade. Show how it's Boba's Armor 0.5. I think, not Boba's Armor 2.0, but, maybe version 0.5.
Correct.
Spags, thank you for subscribing to Maclunky Gaming. Much appreciated, man. Spags is a Netrunner old schooler and has played a bunch of different card games over the years. Good to see him here in the chat. Sam throws out a Super Laser Technician here. Will has Ezra and that damaged R2 on the field. R2 swinging in, probably going to be a swing for base. And yeah, that's right. Do you think Will's waiting on some trick that's going to allow him to clear Qi'ra here?
How would he do that? is my
Well,
question.
so Qi'ra comes out and
Damage it yourself, right? So,
right, exactly. So then what we're looking at that point is maybe there's a fleet lieutenant for Ezra. You know what I mean? Maybe
oh
there's
yeah,
a and that's 5 damage and you only need 4. There's also a bunch of removal cards that kill Qi'ra, though I don't know that yellow green is likely to have them.
well,
Now it's going to
looking
be a swing with Ezra into the base, and then he plays
there's
a General's Blade. Or did he
interesting. So,
discard a General's Blade? It looks like he's
it-
playing it.
uh,
No,
no,
he
he
puts
left.
it on the top, so he erroneously reveals the card. You actually do not have to reveal the card. And now Qi'ra defeats Ezra. There wasn't an answer from Will, and this actually puts Will in an awkward spot because now Qi'ra has 7 attack. Now Qi'ra can kill Quinlan in 1 hit. So what Will
Mm.
really wants to do is have a 5-drop unit that he can use Quinlan's ping with to remove Qi'ra immediately. And it looks like we have an Isla Secura in hand.
Yeah, I was
So
about to
Isla
say he
Secura
does
in
have.
conjunction with Quinlan's ping can clear this Kira without that Kira being able to swing into Quinlan. Harlequin 007ish says Spags isn't forever will be an OG5R. Personally, I was only on the new school, the LCG version.
Oh,
Now
interesting.
that's
ECL
an
tech to
ECL
kill.
tech.
Oh
Don't love
wow.
that. Oh, I see. He gets the double kill here. So
Right.
Tech comes in with ECL to ambush Kira, and then Quinlan's ability allows a ping there to clear the super laser technician as well.
Right.
And
So at
then we're
least you're
gonna move to the
controlling the
next
board.
turn. Yeah, I don't know that I love that relative to clearing Kira by playing Isla. I'm not sure, but we'll have to see how this goes.
Well, Isla's invulnerability wasn't on because there's no coordinate available.
Yeah, but she doesn't need the invulnerability. She's a 5, right? So Kira could be killed just by the ping damage.
Oh, okay. That's right. I guess he didn't have 5 resources yet.
Not yet, but he would have had it this turn. So we
Right.
could imagine a world where instead of playing tech, he actually just claims and
Gotcha.
then plays Isla there, kills Quinlan. But it would leave that super laser tech on the board, and in that situation, Isla would probably get cleared here by Vader anyway. But Vader would take a lot of damage in the process. I don't know.
Oh, now this is cool interaction between Vader and some new cards inside 3. He uses Vader to pull up the Calculating Magnagar, which is I believe, a 3/4 Sentinel.
Yeah. So yes. So well, it's a 3/4 conditional sentinel. It has an
Right.
interesting ability. It's when played it gains sentinel, and I think it's when a friendly unit is defeated. Yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
Thank you for the highlight there, Claire. Calculating Magna Guard, 3 cost 3/4 when played, and when a friendly unit is defeated, this unit gains sentinel for the phase. Will brings out Quinlan, and I have a feeling Quinlan's going to get equipped with that General's Blade.
Yep, here he goes. General's
There
Blade,
it
so he's
is.
able to swing for 6 and ramp 2. Does he
Well,
have a
it
4
doesn't
drop?
quite ramp.
Well, yeah,
It's a
it's the
temporary
pseudo ramp.
resource reduction or whatever, but
Right,
it also gives him the stats that he needs. He only has 3 base power, but the extra stats from the General's Blade allow him to clear that. Oh,
right.
nice. And then
Yes.
the cost reduction lets him bring out Kira, Heroism Kira. That is a strong play.
And which card will he name? There's a lot of good cards there he could name. He doesn't have to name a card in the hand. He can name any
Oh
card.
man, that is a strong hand for Sam.
Yeah.
So what was that? It was a Power of the Dark Side, a Power
A
of the Dark
Maul.
Side, Vigilance, and Maul. That is a good hand.
Yeah.
Claire, would you happen to have overheard what card he named there? Maul. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Claire.
Yeah.
So Maul now up to 9 cost as long as Kira's on the board. But I have a feeling, I don't know. If I'm Sam, I can clear Kira here with Vader and then play Maul anyway.
Is Maul a 7 cost?
Yeah, Maul's a 7.
Yes. So just a small point. He's actually 10 cost because Qi'ra raises it by
Oh, good
3.
point. Yeah, that's right. It's not
Yeah.
+2, it's +3. Thank you for that correction, Endless.
Yeah. Yeah. So Vader is still on the board here. Quinlan with a
Power of the
General's
dark
Blade.
side.
Yeah, he's got to choose.
It's gotta be Qi'ra. There's no way
Yeah.
you lose your General's Blade,
Yeah.
Quinlan.
No
There's
way.
there's no way.
He's like, yeah. Let me two. Let me you 2-for-1 me and kill my leader. Seems bad. It's like
Quinlan
a three
swings
for
on into
one.
base, a heavy hit to the base. That's gonna be another 6 damage, I think.
Okay, so now he's got
Plus
an
that
opportunity to
General's
ramp.
Blade.
He's got an opportunity to get something big here with the cost
Imagine if he plays
reduction.
an 8 cost unit here. That'd be spicy.
That would be extremely spicy. I feel like if he has Han Solo, he would play it here.
Oh yeah, unit Han killing Vader there, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's in consideration. The problem is, of course, Maul will snap you back if you do that
Good point.
on the next turn.
Sam might bring in Maul to clear Quinlan here, but he would die in that exchange. He doesn't have an underworld unit to soak the damage.
Right.
Cheer Up Emo Kid says, why not attack Qi'ra first to force a unit play? Weird. You know that is one way to do it, but maybe he has other designs with what he's going to do with Vader here. I'm not sure. And yeah, Savage Dragon says, I'm wondering about attacking Vader into the queue first. That Erickson says he didn't have init. No, I think he did have initiative, and I think his first play was indeed to Power of the Dark Side, clearing that Qi'ra.
So Quinlan alive on 1 health.
If there is a there
Or
is a
no,
Han. There's the Han in hand, but he doesn't have an ambush target.
he
It's
plays a
going to be
Cobb.
Isla Secura hitting the field.
Okay.
And it looks like Will has forgotten the cost reduction. No, there you go. There we go. He takes
Yeah.
that 2 reduction cost reduction. Still has 3 resources. Oh, nice.
Oof. Love this. Devastating Gunship defeats anything with 2 or less HP when it hits the board. Has a 1 HP Quinlan, grabs him with the Devastating Gunship, and sends him back to the
Maybe
leader
that's why
spot.
he didn't swing with Vader. He was setting up this play with the Devastating Gunship. And there's the card highlight. Devastating Gunship, a 5-cost 3/5 with grit, and when played, defeat an enemy unit with 2 or less remaining HP. So he used Vader to get Quinlan down to 2 or less remaining HP, and then cleared him with the when played ability on that Devastating Gunship. However, Isla Secura, while she may not have her coordinate ability enabled, is still able to swing for 6 damage here, and that's a heavy hit. Savage Dragon asked, did he put an extra damage on his leader? Went from 3 to 9. He might have done that, but it doesn't matter because 8 is still in range of the Devastating Gunship. Ooh, man. So Isla Secura swings in for that 6 damage, but there's another Vader from Sam. So if Sam had played the Maul that we saw earlier, it would trade with Isla, but Vader is going to be able to kill Isla, remain on the board, and bring out another unit. And there's a Pike Sentinel to shore up Sam's defenses. Sam is taking a lot more damage on his base than Will has, but his board is looking a lot stronger at this phase.
Yeah,
So if you're Will, do you just fire off your Han Solo here and ambush into the Pike Sentinel?
Yeah, it looks like that is what he's going to do, and he's going to
Oh,
ping
hey,
Vader.
get this. Quinlan's ping killing Vader as well. I didn't see that at first, but
Yeah,
that is good.
because it's equal. They're equal cost now, so ping. You can still. Well,
Well,
actually,
hey,
could he do?
I was
Could he
thinking you
do
might have
that
had to do
though?
that even without the free kill on Vader.
Could he? Well, okay. So I guess it must have been a different turn that he played the gunship. Okay. Because I thought Quinlan had died this phase, but it was a different phase.
Yeah, I think that was the previous turn.
Yeah, I'm not gotta track this phase
Rebel
change.
Resource says that's disgusting. LOL. DJ with
Yeah.
no name says nice 2-for-1. Yeah, that was a strong play from Will. Big results from that Han. Oh
Whoa.
no! But there is Avenger clearing Han off the board. Sam has been hitting all kinds of powerful endgame cards here. Will plays out U-Wing reinforcement. This is potentially quite a good answer to an Avenger. If you can do multiple small units here, maybe bring out 3 different units, especially if they're all on the ground, put yourself into a spot where that Avenger ping is only going to remove one thing. Maybe he can push enough damage through with his other stuff, but let's see what he grabs.
You might not have hit anything in terms of like multiples that are really convincing here. I'm not seeing.
Random Number Gaming says, yeah, once Qi'ra gets to late game, it's over. Well, Qi'ra has gotten to the late game. Will only needs to do 13 more damage, but he might have a slog getting there. I'm not sure he's going to be able to do it. Um, that Erickson says this matchup just seems to be an uphill battle.
Now here's an interesting thing. Now he's pulled some. Now there are two of them in the Ewing. Favorable delegate, interesting.
Okay, favorable
Plo
delegate. That's a
Koon.
card draw. And
Plo
he break.
Koon.
Oh, whoa! So okay. I think this is maybe. I think that might be an error. I'm not sure. He brings up Plo Koon and activate Quinlan's ability to ping the devastating gunship. The problem with this is the devastating gunship has grit, so he's actually just empowered its attack. It's going to be able to
Yeah,
swing for 4 damage instead of just 3. Now it's also possible that that's actually intentional and that he is trying to get his opponent to make this attack and allow him to have more favorable timing. People in chat reminding us that Sam had a vigilance in hand, which potentially represents a large heal. I don't know if Will has an easy way to get out of this. Traditionally, Avenger is a big problem for these green-yellow heroism decks if it lands in any scenario, really, other than, I'm about to win the game. It can close things out pretty fast. But it does look like Will's hit another Ewing reinforcement, so maybe he can flood the board again. Sam probably wants to see an overwhelming barrage here. Barraging from that Avenger would be pretty huge. Now,
I think.
interestingly, Plo Koon does not have coordinate enabled. There are only 2 units on the field. So it would have to be another unit played first before Plo Koon can swing for 6.
Yeah, I think like if you're Will here, you're trying to hit that Ewing again and try to get more units on the field to try to enable Plo Koon's raid and also
Tra-
protect Plo Koon from Avenger.
Looks like he just goes for the swing with Plo Koon, taking the 3 damage rather than trying to set up a scenario where he can go for 6. One thing to note is that traditionally this aspect combination that Will is using has not had any answer to Avenger, other than just like winning the game too quickly once it comes out. I don't know if set 3 has changed that, but by default, I think Will's in big trouble.
Yeah, I agree. I've found similar in my testing with green yellow hero. Like once Avenger hits the board, it's like you have a really hard time dealing with it.
He does
Either
have a
Ewing.
Ewing reinforcement and he fires it off here.
I can't even
That
like Ewing
favorable
reinforce the
delegate
Falcons.
was defeated, and then when defeated, you do have to discard a card with that unit. So he ended up discarding the other favorable delegate that he had in hand.
You can't even bring out the Falcon here because the devastating gunship just killed it.
That's true, and that's another reason why I think the ping on that devastating Falcon might have been a mistake.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, a Falcon here would actually be pretty good, in my opinion. Although Sam still hasn't spent his resources. Will's in trouble. Oh, no,
Find
he
an
only
Isla.
finds 1 unit. No, maybe he has a 1 cost. Or a 2 cost.
Isla
Yeah,
and
R2. Okay,
R2.
okay.
So now he can ditch R2 with Avenger's next swing.
Right, exactly.
And he can put
And
something
then
away, maybe
still
fish
keep
for a
some
combo.
powerful units on the field. But I do think it's an uphill battle for Will here. Uses R2's ability. All right, let's see what happens here. Oh
Devastator.
man, Devastator on the field now as well as Avenger. Sam is bringing out the heavy end game here, and I don't think Will has gotten Sam low enough. In fact, 1 swing from Devastator ends the game now. I think it's a scoop from Will.
Yep. That's what it appears to be. Sam taking it down.
He managed to deal 20 damage to his opponent,
Yeah,
but
that's
that
the
wasn't enough.
trick. That's the trick with green yellow hero is that you cannot let the game go on too long, especially against blue, and especially against blue villainy. You have to end the game as fast as you can.
That's a win for Sam using the Qi'ra Green 30 HP. Will's Quinlan Green had some cool plays. That double kill with the Han Solo was sick, but like you said, Endless, Sam got to his big endgame units, and Will was not able to deal at that point. Claire in chat saying big ship scary. Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
Avenger and Devastator are both high level, big ship, scary type cards. Please don't nerf us, says Will throwing out R2. He gets replied by a Devastator. LOL. Yeah, that's not what you want to see as well.
No.
Endless, do you mind holding down the stream for a bit? I will be back shortly.
Yeah, I don't mind at all.
Sounds good. Be right back, guys.
All right, y'all, heading into match 2 between Sam and Will. Sam winning that first game on an Avenger into Devastator kind of line. And like we were mentioning earlier, Green Yellow Hero doesn't really have a great answer for that. Claire, if you could clarify for us the records of these players, I believe they're both 4-1. There's only 2 5-0s. Okay, cool. Thanks, Chad and Claire, for getting that clarified for us. Yeah, so Quinlan, we saw him capable of doing some really sick 2-for-1s in the midst of this game. We saw him play a Han Solo at 7 cost, pinging a 1 health 7 cost Vader and ambushing a second unit as well. Really delightful 2-for-1 there that we saw from Will. Unfortunately, not enough against Qi'ra, who was able to hit her endgame with Avenger Devastator. The top end of Green Yellow Hero, really good on the ground, not so good in space. I mean, you do have home 1. Spagcore saying that the 2 undefeated are Arstan as Django Red and John Tata. And then Phil's from Maclunky Gaming on Han 1 Yellow.
And I am back. Thanks for holding down the fort here, Endless.
Yes, no problem at all. Again, the players are shuffling up. You are back just in time to see their first hand in mulligan, if they choose to mulligan. Okay. Thank you for clarifying that. Tata isn't undefeated. He lost the Django mirror to Arstan.
So if you Endless, if you're playing the Quinlan deck here, what do you bring in from your sideboard to improve your chances in this matchup?
Just anything that lets me push damage to base. I mean, surprise strike for sure.
So
If I'm
you're looking
running
to
in my
try and
sideboard.
go more aggro and getting under this deck, yeah?
Absolutely, I want to get. I mean, that was the evidence right there. Was that I could not get under it, and Isla Sakura didn't do a whole heck of a lot for me.
Yeah,
I need
Isla
more. I
can be
need
really
more
powerful,
stuff
especially with the ambush
from ECL. Yeah.
the energy conversion lab or from a timely intervention if that's in the build.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think it's fair to say that Sam's endgame is a lot stronger. Ooh, Spark of Rebellion.
Yeah.
It's not a bad start, but it's not an aggro start. Takes the
Yes, it brings in.
resupply.
He's gonna spark in it right off the get, which is something you can do as Quinlan. Oh, he finds a lot of good stuff. Gets rid of
Alliteration Gaming says
resupply.
he needs some choose sides. Closest thing to an Avenger answer, to be honest.
That's
Choose sides
honestly.
is a potentially very good card.
Yeah, I'm actually considering running a 1 of choose sides in my Han Green just to experiment with it and see what it does.
The new
Um,
decks that make tokens have extra ability to benefit from choose sides, in my opinion.
oh, certainly, yeah. You can choose sides and give them a droid.
Yeah, give them. It's like, oh yeah, I'll take your Avenger and I'll give you a 1/1 droid token. It's like, interesting.
Yeah, cool. I'll give you my R2D2 in exchange. I'll take your Devastator.
Yeah, pretty good trade.
Yeah, very good trade.
All right.
Change of Heart, of course, also excellent card, excellent call as well.
Well played out, Ezra. I think. Did Sam have no play last turn? In this case, we're going to see a precarious position used to exhaust and debuff Ezra.
Oh my gosh. So he's got 3 bangers in his hand right there. He's got Super Laser Blast, Darth Vader, and Overwhelming Barrage.
There is one of those devastating gunships as well, which is also a strong card.
Yeah.
And yeah, Claire saying they're called Devastating Gunship. Yeah, I guess that makes sense since the Devastating Gunship would be poised to remove Ezra immediately. So Qi'ra trying to suppress Devastating Gunship there. Let's see what Sam does in response on this next turn. Sam is going to lead things off by flipping Qi'ra. What do you think here? Does Will have ECL Eyeless Sakura? That'd be a pretty good play here.
That would be an excellent play.
I don't think he has it.
Yeah, I don't think he could also Plo Koon.
Oh yeah, Plo Koon would be a direct kill. Doesn't need ECL.
Yeah.
He has Han Reluctant Hero, but he can't actually play Han in this scenario. Okay, here's what you do if you. Oh no, but if you played, so he can also, if he doesn't have any good play, he can swing Ezra into the base and hope to top deck Plo Koon.
Right.
And
That's an
it's one of
e
those like, are you a lucker type moments where it's a low percentage shot, but it would be amazing if he hits it.
Okay, he goes with Qi'ra into base first.
Goes for Qi'ra for the higher damage rather than going for the risky move with Ezra.
I don't know, man. I probably would have gone Ezra, but like my reptilian brain would go for Qi'ra.
Yeah, I
'Cause like,
mean,
oh,
it's
monkey
a
see
low
more damage,
percentage
monkey do
shot,
more
but
damage.
it's a low percentage shot with Ezra, but it would be
That's true.
amazing if he hit it.
Of course, it would be just game
Sam's looking at a
swinging.
barrage there, and there we go. Barrage clears the board.
Maybe that's what he needed to do to prevent Barrage from clearing the board, though.
If he draws Plo Koon as the first card of his next draw, it's going to be a sad moment.
Oh, yeah.
Not that that affects what you should do in expectation, let's be clear,
Mhm.
but like it would still be sad. Will thinking about his options, and Quinlan could deploy only to be what, hit for 6 by that buffed Qi'ra, and that's exactly what happens. 6 damage on Quinlan, 3 damage on Qi'ra. Now, if he has a 4, or if he has a 5, any 5, it doesn't matter what it is, he can actually kill Qi'ra here with his ping.
Let's see that 5 drop. Let's go.
I don't know if he has one.
ECL, R2-D2.
Okay. R2D2 ECL discards what card is that he just
Is that Shattered
discarded?
Intentions?
I think it is. I think it's a Shadowed Intentions. That's an interesting counter to Avenger.
Yeah, Shattered Intentions actually makes you immune to Avenger.
Yeah. Shadowed Intentions gives you an ability that's pretty similar to the Lurking TIE Phantom's ability, but a little different. It's I believe it's immunity from being directly defeated
Right.
um
Captured, defeated.
or bounced to hand, I think maybe. It doesn't actually work on direct damage. And there's the card highlight. Attached unit gains. This unit can't be captured, defeated, or returned to its owner's hand by enemy card abilities.
Yeah, so Shattered Intentions is actually great insurance against Avenger.
Now, why is Kira still on the field?
Because she's still alive from OB.
Oh, the temporary HP, right.
Yeah.
And was that and so I think we saw a General's Blade there from Will
Right, so he's got
and a
GB on
swing into the
Quinlan,
base.
the G Blade, the ramp stick.
But there isn't a cheap unit to play with the discount from the General's Blade.
Right. But now you can play an expensive unit with the
Yeah.
2 cast discount. So like you're on 6 resources, you can actually play home 1 from this position.
Bring out home 1, bring out Han. Those could both make an appearance on this next turn. Well, probably not actually both of them on the board, but one of the
Yeah,
two.
yeah. One or the other.
Is that a home one in hand?
It may be.
I think I maybe saw one. Let's see if Sam has some way to get rid of Quinlan. If not, we could see a big play.
Lom
Lom Pike,
Pike.
that doesn't get rid of Quinlan. I think we're going to see home one.
Yeah, let's go. 6
No
to
power of
base.
the dark side for Sam. That's not what you want to see here. 6 damage to base, and there's that discount. Qi'ra's ability used to damage but shield Lom Pike.
What? Oh,
Oh,
Han, this is
Han
lovely.
Solo. So Han Solo hits the field. Quinlan's ping clears the shield, and then Han goes in after the ping, ambushes, and kills Lom Pike.
You love to see it. See, this is what's really, really cool about Quinlan, right? He is a Han enabler against shielded units. That's one
Yeah,
of the
that is
biggest.
true.
That's one of the biggest things that Han hates is like, oh, you have a shield, so I can't do my first strike shenanigans on my ambush because you have a shield. So
Yeah,
Quinlan
and
is a big
that was
enabler
a
of that.
clean answer. Now, it is worth noting that particular play only works if you have Quinlan on his leader unit side, unless the target has the exact same cost as Han. That was, but when you are on your leader unit side, you get to do equal or less cost instead of just equal cost. So he was able to ping the shield off of Lom Pike, even though Lom Pike costs less than Han.
Vader
Oh, hey,
ambushes Quinlan.
that's a good play from Sam though. Vader takes out Quinlan and brings in one of those Magna Guards as well to act as a sentinel here. Han takes out the Magna Guard. Initiative taken by Sam. Let's see what Will has coming in next.
Shock
Is that
T
Shock T?
and Ezra.
I'm kind of surprised Shock T is in the deck because it doesn't seem like a token focused deck, but
Well, I mean, she's got good stats if you ambush her. I think that's the
yeah,
one thing
that's
you have
true.
going for her. Plus, like if she gets rolling, she can be pretty nasty. Like she just generates a token on every attack,
Interesting point.
and she's a Jedi, so she can also wield General's Blade if she has to
General's
in a
Blade.
pinch.
Yep, that's a good point. That's a good point. Well, Sam's board is a lot weaker at this point, and to make matters worse for him, his base is heavily damaged, but a super laser blast is going to even the board. The problem is Will now has 8 resources to spend. I think we're going to see home one. Yep,
There we
there we
go.
go. Home one, and it gets to bring out Ezra. So now an Avenger does not clear home one, nor does Power of the Dark Side. Sam takes initiative. This is the problem with Super Laser Blast. It's so expensive that Super Laser Blast is so expensive that a lot of the time you play it and your opponent just like replays a formidable board. Let's see what happens next. Rebel Resource says he thinks Shaq is a very good card and underrated right now. Yeah. Could very well be. Could very well be.
Another Vader ambush.
Another Vader coming in to ambush Ezra here.
Flavor win because it's like that scene from Rebels.
I haven't seen Rebels Endless.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
no spoilers then.
All right.
I'll just say Vader makes several appearances in Rebels.
Yeah, I sort of figure, he's a prominent character. Looks like another one of those Magna Guards there.
Yeah, he's really digging that combination of Vader pulling a Magnum Guard. Home 1, 7 to base, restore 2.
Yeah, the restore part doesn't matter, though. Will hasn't taken a single point of damage on his base. Now, it is worth noting, normally this would be unsafe, but Sam only has 2 resources up, so Power of the Dark Side not represented there. There's only 3 HP, I think, left. Or no, I'm sorry. Sam is running a 30 HP base.
Right.
So there's actually 8 HP left, I believe.
Surprise strike from home one. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go, baby. Surprise strike off of home one, end the game right there. He probably needs to play at least one unit here just to get something on the field in order to soak up a potential Avenger or Power of the Dark Side. But he has it, and it's Tech. And Tech joined by Qi'ra. That is big. He gets to see Sam's hand. If there's an answer to home one, it might not be a functional answer anymore. Oh man, that's an interesting hand. Reinforcement Walker, Snoke, and Vigilance being kind of the big plays there. What do you name here if you're Will Endless?
I don't know. I might even name Avenger out of hand. Although I'm not that scared of Avenger right now.
No,
I don't know.
he has things to stoke it up. Maybe you just name the
Yeah.
Reinforcement Walker.
Yeah, maybe so. I think Reinforcement Walker is probably the big, like, some people are saying
And
Snoke as
I
well.
think Claire in chat there telling us that it was Snoke.
Okay, so he named Snoke. Okay.
Matt Shorek says, oof, if Sam doesn't pull this off soon, this game go into time for sure. Only 20 minutes left, and they have yet to complete game 2. I think Will is currently favored this round. We'll see whether or not Sam can somehow pull it out. But if Sam doesn't somehow pull it out, they are going to have a round 3 without a ton of time in a matchup that's been taking a fair bit thus far. Sauce suggests that you actually name Super Laser Blast or Overwhelming Barrage with that Qi'ra. I don't think naming Barrage works because the opponent can play it even if you name it. Ooh, it's a Power of the Dark Side. So what do you do here? You lose Qi'ra, I think,
I
or
think
it
no,
looks like you ended up losing Tech instead.
I think Tech was just like a bait at that point. I don't think there's anything in the resource row he actually wanted to play. 7 to base from home 1.
That means there is not going to be a surprise strike to end the game here.
Vigilance.
Vigilance used to shield and heal, I believe.
Yep.
Han shows
Hansel.
up, and I think we might see that same play with Quinlan. Quinlan
Yeah.
pings off Vader's shield, and then Han ambushes in for the kill.
Oh no, he has to hit the Magna Guard.
It doesn't have Sentinel.
Oh, it doesn't have Sentinel. Okay, rip. Okay.
It only has Sentinel once a friendly unit is defeated. So now it has Sentinel, and it does protect the base from Qi'ra.
Will making some really nice plays with Quinlan. Like, is like if you want to learn how to play Quinlan, this is a pretty good game to look at.
Oh yeah, and then Will does make an illegal attack there with Qi'ra into the base. That actually should not be allowed. The Magna Guard should catch it, but it's possible Sam missed the trigger. In theory, that Magna Guard should have been a Sentinel, but it's a scoop anyway. And as someone in chat says, should be a scoop for time. And so it is 1-1, and we are going into the third round of this match. Let's see who can get it.
Game 3 in this set between
Sarna, I believe it is not a May on that Magna Guard. I'm looking up the exact wording here, but I think it just comes on automatically. Yeah, when played or when a friendly unit is defeated, this unit gains Sentinel for this phase. I'm not entirely sure what the missed trigger ruling is in the floor rules. In Flesh and Blood, there was a rule where you were responsible for your own triggers. So if something was mandatory on your card and you like forgot to tell your opponent to do it, it just like fizzled and didn't work. This was sort of annoying, but yeah. CLC Fasan says exciting games. I think Will really showcasing Quinlan's power. Yeah, Will has had some cool plays here Will has had some cool plays here with Quinlan. And yeah, I believe both players are responsible for game state in this game, but I don't know I think technically what would happen is if a judge were called, both players would receive some kind of penalty for like incorrect game state or whatever that's called in this system. All right, Maclunky Gaming, Claire, they're saying we love a game 3, and that is right. And hey, as we go to game 3 of round 6, I just saw the stream viewers go up to 400. So hey, thank you so much for tuning in to this broadcast on the Maclunky Gaming channel. We are excited to be bringing you competitive gameplay from Star Wars Unlimited TCG.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure so far, and I just want to say the audience is great. You're all great. And please continue to watch, and if you can, subscribe or find or contact Maclunky and find ways to support them. We want to continue to grow the streaming, grow the competitive scene, so it's going to be really, really positive for y'all if you do
Claire says
so.
Tower and Endless best casters. We appreciate it. You and Titanic are doing some great work setting this up and supporting the stream as well. So it is a team effort. In that particular case, I think it actually basically couldn't be rolled back because Sam had actually scooped and picked up his cards. Or it would be like some weird situation where like if both players agreed, maybe they could do it. But like I'm actually not even sure that was that important to the outcome of the game at that phase.
No, I think Will really had it in hand. Runehako, it's Spark of Rebellion for Will.
Will's Spark of Rebellion is going to remove a Super Laser Technician from Sam's hand. Will was in trouble in that first game where Sam was hitting those ramps. So probably trying to deny that, but I think that his hopes may be dashed because I think Sam has a resupply in hand as well. Maybe just drew that?
Looked like it.
There's the resupply. And
So
that is,
not
I
able to
believe, a
prevent the
foil
ramp.
organized play promo resupply. And Sam now in a very favorable position, even though it's early in the game. A lot can happen. But he just hit a resupply and he brought out a unit on the first turn while his opponent did not.
So Sam already got a small edge here.
And Dubois, thank you for subscribing to the Maclunky Gaming channel. Much appreciated. Will thinking about his options. Maybe knows he's on the back foot here. Fires off another Spark of Rebellion. Looks like it's a Vader and another devastating gunship, and he ends up removing the Vader. Thrawn ZB, thank you for subscribing as well. I don't know. I think these sparks are not what you want to be doing in Will's shoes. You want to be putting the pressure on and being aggro, I believe.
Yeah, he's like
Will was
he's
playing very well. He might understand this matchup better than me, but I have to say I think this start is pretty good for Sam. CLC Fasan says Sam's main opponent now with this board state is the clock.
yeah, I agree
I
with
wouldn't
that.
go I wouldn't go that far. Oh hey, you were talking about big value from an ambush, and there's Shock T ambushing in with the energy conversion lab, and on attack she creates a clone trooper token. I think that's the first time we've seen a token unit on the stream here today.
Yeah, exactly. That is the first time, and now we've got a gunship coming out to clear Shock T.
Shock T quickly removed by the devastating gunship, but the clone trooper she created will stay around for a bit. And I think it's going to be initiative taken here for Will.
It will start quite a bit slower than it had
Yeah,
been
and now Qi'ra
previously.
deploys and clears the clone trooper, and now Qi'ra able to swing for 6 thanks to her grit.
Oof.
Random Number Gaming says that gunship is a monster in Qi'ra. Well, I actually think that gunship's just a really good card overall. I was playing in my Force 5 series when I was playing with Dooku Blue, the gunship was amazing there too. Imagine bringing that thing out on turn 2 thanks to exploit. I think it's a really good card.
Yeah, you drop a 3/5 body in space, killing a 2 health unit, and you do it on the second turn. Like
Yeah,
that's
that
huge. That's a big reversal. Okay, so
please
Plo
don't
coming
nerf
in.
us. I don't know, Tower. Django looks like a token the way it got ran over. Harsh.
Oof.
But
That is
no,
quite
this hasn't been Django's day, but
no.
that is a harsh evaluation there.
Quinlan flip. Magnagard coming for Sam.
All right. So Plo Koon there, I think, ended up having to trade because Qi'ra was buffed up from Grit, not where you want to be with Will.
No, Will certainly would like to have a wider board at this stage of the game.
He's pretty far behind at this point.
Yeah,
His
he's
opponent
down.
ramped. Sam has arguably at least a better board, and Sam has those powerful endgame units. We'll see if Will can potentially make a comeback, but this game has not been going the way that he would like, I think. Qi'ra, maybe he'll get to block his opponent's play for this turn at least. Maul and Snoke. Well, he's
Ugh.
on 7 resources, so if he says Maul, then I think Sam doesn't have a play this turn.
Yeah, I think he has to say Maul.
Presumably you say Maul, but a Snoke next turn is not what you want to see, having done 0 damage to your opponent's base. And that devastating gunship is swinging for 6 as well. And yep, Claire confirms it was Maul that was named there. Now here's a question: does Sam have anything to smuggle out this turn? We could see a Lom Pike, for instance.
Qi'ra damaging the Magnagard, giving it a shield.
Yeah, I believe it doesn't have Sentinel right now, though. Yeah, also, just to be clear, chat, Django Red Tarkentown is, in my opinion, a good deck. It hasn't had a great showing on this stream today, but that could change. I think it's a very real deck. I don't think it's invincible. We've seen that it's not invincible, but I think it's real, and I would not underestimate it necessarily. There's an R2D2 from the set 3 R2 there for Will, and he discards Isla Secura here. Looking through his top 3, makes a quick decision. Did you see what that card was,
I
Endless?
believe that was a U-Wing.
U-Wing Reinforcement. That's a very strong card to have.
I think he had to put home 1 and Han Solo on the bottom of the deck to get it, though.
That's tough. That is not what you want to see. I mean, you'd like to
No.
see those endgame cards.
Sometimes R2 can backfire a little bit. When you have
It's good in expectation, but you do sometimes see something unfortunate.
Yeah, so he's got Han Solo and U-Wing in hand. He draws another Han, and then now there are 2 of them, which he
Now there are
instantly
2 of them.
resources.
Doesn't seem optimal at this point in the game.
Definitely not.
We haven't seen one of those go off yet, have we?
No, we've seen them in some decks, but they're just not working.
Deck
Or at least
104 with a highlighted message there. Certainly not unbeatable, but Django's a very solid deck and will be in the meta for a while. Yeah, I think Django's no joke. And maybe, just maybe, we'll actually see someone get a win with it on stream here and, show the way it goes. Time is an issue here. We only have 7.5 minutes remaining in this round. Will's base has suffered 15 damage, though. He only has 10 HP left, while Sam still has 27 HP. U-Wing.
So he plays a Grogu and a Plo.
Okay. Plo being used to ping. Yeah, that's interesting. He pings the gunship. That's just buffing it again.
Yeah.
And then how is he pinging? I don't understand this.
Oh, it's ambush from Plo, I think.
Ambush from Plo ambush from Plo into that.
Yeah, into the Magnagard.
Okay, yeah. So he goes for the ping. I guess he goes for the ping on the gunship because he's ambushing the Magnagard anyway.
So Quinlan has a big old board, but again, Super Laser or Snoke is around the corner here.
2 attacks from that gunship ends the game.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like, he's got to kill the gunship.
There's
Snoke.
Snoke. No answers available for that gunship this turn, I believe. Now, it is worth noting that Snoke does not affect leaders, so Quinlan still has his full stat line, but I think Will just has to take the initiative here. I don't know. I think it's over.
Yeah, I think that gunship is just gonna eat him. Like
The grit on that gunship is letting it hit very hard, and now either the gunship or Snoke is lethal, and I don't know if Will even has any cards that can save him here.
somewhat anticlimactic, but hey, you know, it's the gunship is a good card. Really good card.
Oh yeah. Thrawn points out initiative to play Han, kill Snoke and gunship. Yeah, that's no. But Han doesn't
No.
kill Snoke because he would get -2/-2. He would only hit Snoke for 4 and it wouldn't be lethal.
Correct, and Han would actually die.
Yeah. And then Snoke can swing in for 6, even though it would remove the gunship. I don't know. I don't think there's an out here.
Yeah, I mean, he can waylay Snoke doesn't work because the gunship just hits you.
Does he have it? If he has a Leia Defiant Princess in, he could potentially Leia Defiant Princess out of the great, like play home 1, kill that with the ping, and then Leia to exhaust Snoke, but I don't think he has it.
So he does
Swings
ping to
into
kill the
Han,
gunship.
only 4 damage, Snoke swings, and that's the game.
Oh
Good
wow,
win for
Sam.
Sam.
Sam taking it down with Qi'ra Green. Quinlan making a good showing. Will playing extremely well, but he just didn't have it this time. That second game, really good game if you want to see some really cool plays with Quinlan.
Yeah.
But Sam just playing a little bit tighter, having some really good draws on top of things.
Will pulled off some good plays, but in that last game, he didn't really have the momentum early. You know, he went for those sparks. He didn't even actually manage to stop his opponent from ramping with the sparks, and he ended up in a lot of trouble, unfortunately. But well played to Sam for the win over Quinlan here with the Qi'ra Green 30 HP.
Thanks for watching and supporting Maclunky Gaming. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.